guys, it's Miss Karen, the Young Adult Librarian at the Goshen Public Library, and it's Friday, which means it's time for another 5 on Friday, where I pick 5 books from the YA collection that are all about a certain theme. And this week's theme is one you're never going to guess. This week, we're getting lost in the woods. So I've picked 5 books from the YA collection, and I know it sounds like a really specific theme, but you would be surprised at how many books there are in YA about surviving in the wilderness. So I've picked 5 books. It's all about survival, and all of them take place in the woods. So let's see what we've got. First one we have is called One Was Lost, and this is by Natalie D. Richards. Let's see. Someone was here. We were sleeping, and they were in our tent. Oh God, my heart trips itself and then races. What the hell happened to us? Lucas asks. They did it to you too, Emily says. We all turn to her. Your word is different. What? He never finishes, because when he turns his left wrist up, we all see the letters like an ornate tattoo. Deceptive. Emily lifts her wrist. Damaged. Lucas checks his and snorts. Of course. Dangerous. My turn. I swallow against the lump in my throat, and it goes down hard, bruises my insides. My word is darling. While on a mandatory senior field trip, a flash flood cuts off Sarah and her 3 classmates from their group with no way to call for help. But they're not as alone as they thought. Someone is stalking them through the woods, drugging them, stealing their supplies, and writing on their skin. Is it judgment? A warning? As their hunter grows bolder, these clues may be Sarah's only key to survival. So this, I actually happened to have read last year. Very suspenseful, very interesting. This group of kids has to survive. It's someone stalking them in the wilderness. So that's One Was Lost by Natalie D. Richards. Our second book this week is What Waits in the Woods by Kieran Scott. Right, this one's a little spookier, I think. Seeing things, you were just seeing things. For city girl Callie Velasquez, nothing sounds more terrifying than a night out in the wilderness. But wanting to bond with her popular new best friends, she agrees to join them on a camping trip. At least Callie's sweet new boyfriend Jeremy will be coming too. But the group loses half their food supply, then they lose their way. And with strange sounds all around her, the snap of a twig, a sinister laugh, Callie wonders if she's losing her mind. Tensions swirl among the group, with dark secrets suddenly revealed. And then, things take a fatal turn. Callie stumbles upon a cold, dead body in the woods. Is the murderer close by, watching them? Callie has to figure out where she can turn and whom she can trust before her own life is at stake. Kieran Scott weaves a thrilling mystery that explores love, loyalty, and the dangerous choices we make in order to survive. So that is What Waits in the Woods by Kieran Scott. Third book this week is called Cut Off, and it is by Adrian Finley. This is for all of you reality TV fans out there. Each contestant has their own reasons and their own secrets for joining the new virtual reality show Cut Off that places a group of teenagers alone in the wilderness. It's a simple premise. Whoever lasts the longest without tapping out wins a cash prize. What's not so simple? New software creates a totally unprecedented experience, allowing viewers to touch, see, and live everything along with the contestants. But what happens when tapping out doesn't work and no one comes to save you? What happens when the whole world seemingly disappears while you're stranded in the wild? 4 finalists are forced to confront their greatest fears, their deepest secrets, and one another as they begin to question how much of the game is really for show. Sci-fi, mystery, and romance converge in this high-stakes, fast-paced read that will leave you guessing to the very last moment. So this is another exciting thriller survival story with the reality TV distinction. Right, our 4th book this week is If We Survive by Andrew Klavan. This is an older choice from 2013. Let's see. They came on a mission for mercy, but now they're in a fight for their lives. High schooler Will Peterson and 3 friends journeyed to Central America to help rebuild the school. In a poor, secluded mountain village, they won the hearts of the local people with their energy and kindness. But in one sudden moment, everything went horribly wrong. A revolution swept the country. Now guns and terror are everywhere, and Americans are being targeted as the first to die. Will and his friends have got to get out fast, but the streets are full of killers, hills patrolled by armies, and a jungle rife with danger stand between them and the border. Their only hope of escape lies with a veteran warrior who has lost his faith and may betray them at any moment. Their one dream is to reach freedom and safety and home, if they can just survive. So that's If We Survive by Andrew Klavan. And our last wilderness survival story this week is I Am Still Alive by Kate Alice Marshall. After. Jess is alone. Her cabin has burned to the ground. She knows if she doesn't act fast, the cold will kill her before she has time to worry about food. But she is still alive for now. Before. Jess hadn't seen her survivalist off-the-grid dad in over a decade, but she was still healing from the car crash that killed her mother when she had to move to his cabin in the remote Canadian wilderness. Just as Jess was beginning to get to know him, a secret from his past paid them a visit, leaving her father dead and Jess stranded. After. With only her father's dog for company, Jess must forage and hunt for food, build shelter, and keep herself warm. Some days it feels like the wild is out to destroy her, but she's stronger than she ever imagined. Jess will survive. She has to. She knows who killed her father, and she wants revenge. This is I Am Still Alive by Kate Alice Marshall. So those are our 5 surviving in the wild stories this week. So if you're looking for some adventure, some thrills, and some suspense, check one of them out. And if you have a favorite surviving in the wild story that I did not feature this week, let me know. I'd love to check it out. Next week, we'll have a brand new list. And if you have any ideas for what you want me to feature, please let me know. And I hope you guys will come in and check out some of my choices, or maybe share some of your choices with me. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next Friday.